Welcome and good morning. Myself G. Sivaraj, full-time research scholar, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Government College of Engineering, Salem. In today's session, we are going to see the MATLAB simulation of single-phase full-bridge inverter. In single-phase full-bridge inverter, DC supply is converted into AC supply by using the operation of switches. Now let's see the aim. The aim is to simulate single-phase PWM inverter with R and RL load. Software used is MATLAB Simulink. Formula used is for R load, RMS voltage V0 RMS is Vs for instantaneous voltage 4 Vs sin n omega t divided by n pi. For RMS voltage of fundamental component 4 Vs divided by root 2 pi. For RMS current Vs divided by R. For RL load also the formula for voltage remains same. Now let's see the operation of single phase PWM inverter. This is a schematic of the single phase PWM inverter. 4 switches are used for the inverter operation. The switches can be transistors, IGBTs or MOSFET. If suppose we use transistor as switches, then we'll have to put additional diode to allow the current to flow in the reverse direction. This is the waveform that we'll get during the operation. Diagonal switches are made on, then we'll get the output voltage as Vs. If suppose the load is purely resistive, then S1 and S2 will conduct. If the load is not purely resistive, then S1 and S2 will conduct only if the load current is greater than 0. And D1 and D2 will conduct if the load current is lesser than 0. And in the next state, the other diagonal switches, that is S3 and S4 are made on and S1 and S2 are made off, then the voltage output will be minus Vs. In this state, if the load is purely resistive, then the switches S3 and S4 will conduct. And if the load is not purely resistive, D3 and D4 will conduct if the load current is greater than 0, and S3 and S4 will conduct if the load current is lesser than 0. In the next state, when the upper half switches, that is S1 and S3 are made on and S2 and S4 are made off, then the voltage output will be 0. In the next state, when the bottom half switches, that is S2 and S4 are made on and the upper half switches S1 and S3 are made off, then the voltage output will be 0. In the fifth state, when all the switches are made off, then also you will get the output voltage if the current is flowing. If the load current is greater than 0, and in this state D3 and D4 will conduct, that is this diagonal switches will conduct and the voltage output will be minus Vs. If the load current is lesser than 0 and if the current is flowing, then this diagonal switches D1 and D2 will allow the current to flow and the output voltage will be Vs. This is the tabulation chart for R and RL load. Different parameters shall be measured and these parameter values shall be compared with the simulated value. Now let's see the MATLAB simulation. So this is the opening page of the MATLAB. So this is how the opening page will be looking like. Now we'll have to open the Simulink workspace. So in order to draw the schematic and run the simulation. So the Simulink workspace can be opened either directly by clicking here. If suppose your MATLAB software is having this Simulink here, or we'll have to open by clicking new tab and select the Simulink model. So once this is opened, so we'll get a different workspace and the controls available. So we'll have to click the blank model. Once this is opened, we'll have to name the file. You can save it as the name of the application or name of the experiment that you are going to do. In our case, the file is named as MOSFET based PWM single phase inverter. These are all the components that we need for our simulation. So now let's see how the components need to be imported from the library browser. So this is the DC voltage source. So for converting a DC voltage into AC, so we need a DC voltage first. So now let's select the DC voltage source from the library browser. So for selecting DC voltage source, we can type in it as DC voltage. The DC voltage source which is in the SIMScape available in the Simulink 3 can be taken. Next we'll need a MOSFET. You can type in as MOSFET and have the MOSFETs. So once the MOSFET is selected, so this can be duplicated by right clicking it and dragging it. Next we need the resistive load. So the resistive load can be taken from the series RLC branch. So we will now type in as series RLC branch. The series RLC branch which is available in the SIMScape can be taken. Next we need RMS block. So for selecting RMS, if we type in as RMS, we will not get it most of the times. So for that we'll go directly to the library. So under SIMScape, power systems, specialized technology, control and measurement block, in the measurements we can find RMS. So this can be right clicked and selected. Next we need display for displaying the instantaneous parameters. So this display can be selected, and here itself the scope is available, so scope also can be selected. This will act as CRO in our practical lab. Next we need current and voltage measurement. So this can be selected by typing in as current measurement. So current measurement block can be selected. Next voltage measurement block. So voltage measurement block also can be selected. Now these parameters need to be entered. So if suppose we need 230 volts DC need to be converted into AC, then we can type in as 230. Here the unit need not to be entered. Here we will enter only the values. For 230 volts we will type in as 230 only. The MOSFET parameter need not to be changed. So the default parameters can be made available. If suppose the load is purely resistive, it can be changed as R. If you need RL load, then we will select RL here. In our application we need 50 ohms as resistance value, so we'll type in as 50 ohms. In RMS block we need to change the frequency value. In our application we need to put 50 Hz as frequency, and the initial RMS value can be changed to 0. That's it. If suppose we need any of the block to be rotated by 90 degrees, then we can click that component, and by selecting Ctrl R, this will get rotated by 90 degrees in clockwise direction. Or else we can right click it and select rotate and flip. In this, if we click clockwise, then this will be rotated 90 degrees in clockwise direction. Now all the connections are given as per the schematic. Now everything is ready. Let's run the simulation. Simulation is done. So this is the RMS voltage that we are getting, and this is the RMS current. So 230 volts RMS output we are getting here. For 230 volts DC we are getting 230 volts RMS, and if we for finding out the current we can do the calculation. 230 volts divided by resistance is 50 ohms, so we are getting 4.6 as theoretical value. Here in simulation we are getting 4.58 as RMS current. So theoretical values and simulated values are matching. That's it as far as simulation of MOSFET based single phase inverter is concerned. Thanks for watching.